The galaxy had seen its share of wars and conflicts, but nothing quite like the fearsome creatures humans called dogs. To most alien civilizations, these creatures were terrifying monsters, large, fast, and unpredictable predators that could tear apart anything in seconds. Yet to humans, they were companions, protectors, and even heroes. It started on a distant colony world where a team of human explorers landed to survey a newly discovered planet. The planet, named Sirian 7, was lush and full of strange wildlife, but the humans noticed something odd right away. The native alien species, known as the Galactic, lived in small, isolated tribes and were extremely wary of the surface creatures. Most horrifying to the Galactic were the massive quadrupeds that stalked the forests, creatures the humans would later call dogs. When the humans first encountered these beasts, the Galactic panicked. The aliens described the dogs as brutal, savage monsters, aggressive, strong, and terrifying. The dogs had jaws strong enough to crush bone and a bark that echoed through the forest like a warning siren. But the humans weren't afraid. To them, the dogs were just dogs, loyal, curious, and friendly when approached with respect. Captain Elena Morales, leader of the human survey team, was the first to bond with one of these animals. The dog was a large, muscular beast with tawny fur and intelligent eyes. Elena had brought with her a small treat from Earth, dried meat strips, and when she offered it to the dog, it cautiously accepted. Over the following days, the dog stayed close to the camp, protecting the humans from smaller predators and alerting them to dangers. The humans named him Rex. The Galactic watched in horror as Rex accompanied the humans everywhere. To them, it was a savage monster stalking alongside these strange bipeds, sharing their technology and even seemingly understanding commands. The aliens reported back to their leaders, warning that these humans had brought dangerous beasts that could devastate their world. One day, the Galactic launched a raid against the human camp. They hoped to drive the invaders away by attacking their monsters. But what they didn't expect was how fiercely Rex and the other dogs would defend the humans. When the Galactic warriors charged, the dogs sprang into action. They tore through the alien attackers, snarling and snapping with terrifying precision. Yet in the chaos, the humans fought with calculated strategy and care, trying to avoid killing their hosts. Rex, however, saw the threat and responded as any dog would, protect his pack. To the Galactic, these dogs were monsters that mercilessly tore apart their warriors. To the humans, Rex was a loyal guardian, a brave friend who risked life and limb for his companions. After the battle, Captain Morales knelt beside Rex and stroked his fur. "Good boy, Rex. You kept us safe." The dog wagged his tail and rested his head on her knee. Despite the warnings from the Galactic elders, the humans continued to bring more dogs to Sirian 7. Each dog was trained to help with tasks, scouting, protection, and companionship. The Galactic grew more fearful, telling stories of the monsters that guarded the humans. They called the dogs death beasts and believed them to be a sign that the humans were a dangerous invader species. But as time passed, the Galactic began to notice something strange. While the dogs fiercely defended the humans, they never attacked the Galactic unless provoked. They showed patience with the alien children and curiosity toward their culture. More than once, a dog would gently approach a Galactic child, allowing the little alien to pet it. Slowly, the Galactic began to question their fear. One evening, an alien child named Vera wandered into the forest alone. She was scared and lost, her small cries echoing through the trees. Rex, who had been patrolling nearby, heard her and rushed to her side. Instead of barking aggressively, he nuzzled her hand and guided her back to the camp. The humans cheered, but the Galactic elders were stunned. How could such a monster care for one of their own? Vera told her parents about the gentle beast who helped her, and the stories spread through the villages. Slowly, some Galactic began to see the dogs as protectors rather than threats. Elena Morales realized this was an opportunity to build trust. She invited the Galactic elders to meet Rex and the other dogs, showing them how the animals responded to kindness and commands. The elders remained cautious but intrigued. Over weeks, a few of them even started allowing the dogs near their homes. The transformation was slow but remarkable. The dogs, once feared monsters, became symbols of friendship between humans and Galactic. They were affectionately called good boys by humans and eventually earned a new title among the Krell-ADH, Guardians of Peace. The alliance between humans and Krell-ADH strengthened. The dogs were no longer viewed as beasts of war, but as companions bridging two very different worlds. They protected the settlers from the planet's dangerous predators and even helped the Krell-ADH hunt. The once fearful aliens learned to appreciate the loyalty and bravery of these creatures. Back on Earth, dogs were cherished family members, loyal to their humans, brave in the face of danger, and endlessly loving. On Sirian 7, they became living proof of the humanity's unique bond with their animals, a bond that crossed stars and species. One day, a Krell-ADH warrior asked Elena, "How can you trust these monsters so much?" She smiled and patted Rex's head. "Because they're not monsters. They're family. They remind us what it means to be loyal, brave, and good." In the vast darkness of space, where fear and suspicion often ruled, the simple love between a human and his dog became a beacon of hope. To aliens, these dogs might be monsters, fierce and dangerous, but to humans, they were simply good boys, the best friends anyone could have.